You likely thought that the LEGO Technic Volvo EC500 Hybrid Excavator 42215 was the most disappointing thing since my son. Not to worry, I have completely fixed all of its flaws with a full RC mod that unleashes the true potential of this machine. No more selector knobs, no more rotating gear drums, just direct control of every single function using a total of 7 motors and 2 hubs. This is the LEGO Technic 42215 as it should have been. Let's talk real quick about why I even did this. LEGO clearly wanted to capture the feel of a real excavator, not just in looks, but in function. They gave us a gearbox that could cycle through multiple functions, just like on real construction equipment that uses hydraulic circuits and valves. But there's a fundamental problem with that approach in LEGO Technic. Complex mechanical switching, plus a single motor, equals an experience that's slow, clunky, and frustrating, especially when you have to wait several seconds to shift from, say, boom control to bucket curl. And if the gearbox gets slightly misaligned, the whole system can jam or underperform. So instead of trying to improve the gearbox, I did what every true Technic modder knows deep down. I ripped it out entirely. And what I built in its place is something that's not just better, it's cleaner, simpler, and way more satisfying to use. Let's talk about the hardware. This build uses 7 motors in total, 6 large powered up motors, 1 large angular motor, and 2 hubs to control them all. These are split between 2 zones, the chassis and the superstructure. Let's start with the chassis, the belly of the beast. Down here we have 1 hub, 2 large motors, 1 for the left track, 1 for the right track. Each of the track motors passes through a planetary wheel hub, which has a gear reduction ratio of 1 to about 5.5, which gives it just the right speed, not too fast to be unrealistic, but powerful enough to handle the weight of the full excavator without breaking a sweat. And the large angular motor mount dead center is responsible for rotating the superstructure. As you can see, there's 2 16-tooth gears here. It connects to a 12-tooth gear, which moves the turntable, rotating the entire superstructure a full 360 degrees and more. The superstructure actually slides right on top of the hub, so I had to remove some small stuff that sat below the cabin. But did you even notice it's gone? If you're enjoying this video so far and you would like to see my full review of this set, which will be releasing tomorrow, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. No pressure though. No pressure. Now, let's talk about the superstructure, the top half, and where most of the transformation took place. Here's what I did. Completely removed the entire multi-directional gearbox, replaced it with a second hub, installed 4 new motors, all assigned to their respective functions. Here's the exact motor layout. Motor 1 controls the bucket actuator. This gives precise curl and dump control, just like the real thing. Motor 2 powers the middle boom actuator, which does the heavy lifting of the digging motions. Motors 3 and 4 are hard coupled. They both control the lower boom actuators together, giving it double the torque and a smoother lifting profile. And here's why I chose to use 2 motors for those bottom actuators. Those are the ones that handle the most weight. By doubling up, I get more power, less motor strain, and I can actually lift heavier objects like rocks, other LEGO sets, or your crushed expectations of the stock market. There are no clutches, no cams, no delays, just raw, direct control. You may be wondering about the bucket clamp, the part with the toe ball pin that lets you grip objects. I decided not to motorize it. Why? Because you can still manually lock and unlock it whenever you need to switch the attachments. And whenever you do that, you still have to touch the excavator with your hands anyway. Each hub has only 4 motor ports, and I thought that this function is absolutely useless. So I decided to use that extra motor for more torque of the bottom set of actuators, and that decision paid off tenfold. Controlling this beast is where the magic happens. I set up a custom layout in the LEGO Powered Up app, and it's just like the Liebherr excavator. We've got 2 proportional sliders and 2 joysticks. If you move the left stick, left and right, you will rotate the entire superstructure. If you move it up or down, you will extend the middle actuator. The right stick is responsible for the bottom set of actuators. By moving it vertically and horizontally, you will achieve the bucket scoop function, which is the last actuator. And unlike the original set, I don't have to switch any functions manually. I can drive and rotate at the same time, lift while curling the bucket, dig, dump, reverse, all simultaneously. This is multitasking at its finest. Performance-wise, this mod is a complete transformation. For the drive power, we've got excellent traction, responsive turning, although the tracks do snap off when going through riverbeds. If you play it at home, you will never have this issue. Rotation is smooth and continuous, even under load. Boom strength is significantly improved, especially with the dual motor setup. The bucket precision is super accurate and satisfying to use. Best of all, you don't feel like you're waiting on on the machine anymore. Everything is instant, just like a real piece of construction equipment. You could use this to dig into piles of gravel, pick up mini Technic models, move small objects around your desk, or just flex on your friends with a real RC excavator that LEGO should have made. If you want to motorize your excavator, then you will need 7 motors, one of which is the large angular motor, as well as 2 hubs. It will give you the advantage of independent drive, 360-degree rotation, fully motorized boom and bucket, just pure, unfiltered remote control power. This mod takes the Volvo EC500 from a display piece with some gimmicks to a legitimately fun, interactive, and capable RC model. And honestly, it's not even that hard to replicate. If you've got the extra motors, a small collection of LEGO Technic pieces, and some patience, you will be able to make it just like me. Just make sure to follow the exact placement of the motors that I showed you, and you're golden. I want to stress that I still love LEGO Technic gearboxes. In fact, at $430, I think the set would have been absolutely perfect if it had a single Control Plus hub as well as 4 motors to control every single function. Yes, including the tracks. This was actually achieved in the previous 8043 motorized excavator, where it only had 4 motors to control all of its functions. It had some incredible mechanisms, and I think this set really could have been the successor, the proper successor to the 8043 motorized excavator. More on that in my full review of this set. What do you prefer, my full RC mod with the 7 motors and fully independent control, or the default multi-directional gearbox single motor type setup? Please let me know down in the comments below. Also, make sure to join the official Unbrick Me Discord server, where you can discuss ideas for LEGO videos that I can release right here. You can be my guidance on how to make my videos. We can discuss anything LEGO Technic, from mocks to official sets, and anything in general. So make sure to join, click that link in the pinned comment of this video. This is your Unbrick Me here, and I'll see you in the next one.